Good afternoon. I've come here to this pretty spectacular looking place, if I'm honest. It's called a Moody Bay. It's just outside Oya. You just go down the hill. I came here by scooter. Took about 5 minutes. There seems to be this little bay of, it looks like to me just tourist restaurants, but let's have a look, see what we can find. Okay. I think it is just a bunch of tourist-oriented stuff. I thought maybe there might be fishermen or something, but it is quite cool though. The sea is just so clear. It's pretty amazing. I've seen something like this before. Plitvice Lakes in Croatia. There's a boat then. It just looks like it's floating in midair because the water was just so clear. I highly recommend that. Off season, of course. I went in season. It was extremely busy. But I guess if you go in May, September, it should be okay. I guess there's a few houses up at the top, or accommodation, should I say. I'd actually like to go on that sunset boat thing. But I looked at the price, it was over 100 euros. Nah. I do love the design of these buildings. I'm guessing by going any further I'll be going into their restaurant and walking through it. They appear to be the same red cliffs as the red beach. Yes, if you are in Oya, it's just down the side of the hill or mountain, if you like to call it that. And I highly recommend coming here just to check it out. Possibly even eat dinner. I mean, I'm not sure if the food is any good. It's one of those things, isn't it? Is the restaurant busy because it's good, or because it's in a particular location? It may be that the food is substandard, and the food is substandard, but the view is good. I guess it might be worth it. You could check it out. It's not something I'd particularly want to do, but as I do like my cuisine. But yeah, if you're here, definitely come and check it out. I'll catch up with you guys next time. Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. I've just arrived at a place in Santorini called Red Beach. Now it's called Red Beach because of these cliffs that are all red. I believe they're volcanic, and so as a result even the sand is red. Access to this beach is not too difficult. There's parking on the other side of this kind of hill over here, so you actually have to walk up there, along here, and then on the other side, and there you will get access to the beach. And it is a very nice beach. It's not too busy. There's a fair few people here. I'm not sure what it's like during high season on a normal year, but I'd say it's pretty much perfect. I guess its location makes it a bit more difficult for most people to get here, but it is very nice. And that's coming from somebody who's travelled a lot and seen a lot of beaches in his life. But I'd say this is up there with one of the best ones I've seen. It's the combination of the stunning backdrop The unusual sand colour, and the weather is absolutely perfect. It's not hot, it's not cold. It's the end of July and it's maybe 25-26 degrees Celsius, so it's not even hot. I do highly recommend you come here if you do come to Santorini. I'm not too sure what it'd be like if it's crowded, but I can't see this place getting too crowded even during normal season, because it's kind of hard to get to. So people with their families and stuff may go to another beach. I'm not sure how many other beaches are there, what they're like access wise on Santorini, but I'm not sure if it's much of a place to people come with children, like a family holiday kind of place. There are kids here, of course, but and there's no accommodation near here either, really. So I had to take my scooter here. I'm not even sure if there's any public transport running here. So yeah, highly recommend it. Do come and check it out if you're in on the island of Santorini. And I am going to go to my next destination. So I have just arrived at this beach. It's called Harissa Beach, and it's a very nice beach, if I'm honest. It's got plenty of deck chairs and there's very few people here. It's almost as though the place is like off season or something. Very empty. I highly recommend this beach as well. To be honest, both beaches, the red beach, or whatever it was called, and this beach, both of them are actually very nice. I highly recommend coming here. It's a shame there's so few people here, for the local people I mean, that things have been affected this much. The beach has a few people sitting on it. All the shops and bars are empty, and I assume it's like this at night, or they're not even allowed to open at night. It's certainly not a place I'd go to, any kind of nightlife place, purely because the breakouts that have been going on, outbreaks that have been going on in Barcelona, in Korea as well. They were all due to nightlife, clubs, pubs, bars, whatever, being open, and people, it just takes one person that's maybe ill with no symptoms, and for them to infect 20-30 other people on one night. I was actually reading that in Korea it turned into a chain. One person was infected, they went in a taxi, they took a taxi home, the cab driver got infected, who then went on to infect people that weren't even at the bar. So can be a long drawn out chain. Look, all down there, there's not even anybody sitting there. There's nobody there. All of those are empty. I've not had a look at YouTube or anything to see what this place is like on the season, but it's not going to be like this. I very much doubt that. I was looking and you can still get a hotel £30 a night. In Fira especially, so it's still far cheap, because I did try to come like last year or something, and I remember it was in July or something, and I remember seeing, gosh, that's very expensive. I don't particularly fancy that, but now it's very affordable these days. I've been looking at the map that cab driver gave me the other day, or was it yesterday? See, these are totally empty. There's a couple more places to go on the hit list. I did stop at a stop at an old Greek village. To be honest, I've been to two of them now and they're broadly similar. I mean, there's a church, there's a little square and a few buildings. I'm not sure if you need to go to all of them. If you'd really like going to lots of little villages, that's fair enough, but for me it wasn't so interesting. There is a he tried to charge me 50 euros, which I guess is reasonable for a guided tour. I don't think it's worth it. I rented the scooter for 2 days for 40 euros and I can go wherever I want. The only thing I've noticed here is petrol is ridiculously expensive. It's 1.6, 1.7 euros a litre. In the days where fuel or oil prices are borderline record lows, and there we have petrol here which is at a record high, it seems like. I'm tempted to say that they just increased the tax on it to compensate for the reduction. I was also reading that tax evasion is rife in Greece, so I would suspect that it is a way to generate revenue, as it's very hard to avoid a fuel tax like that. If everyone's avoiding paying income tax, VAT, whatnot, if people are buying stuff in cash, yada yada yada, then the Greek, what do you call people that, income revenue people, or the Greek equivalent of HMRC, or the IRS as you call it in the USA, would just load it onto something that's entirely unavoidable. I'm tempted to come back here at night. In fact, I might go into Fira at night just to have a look. Just to have a look at if there is any so-called nightlife. I doubt there is. If the Greek government had any sense, they would ban it, because that is where the infection spreads. So I think I'll check that out this evening and I'll report back. Anyway, I've come back to my scooter and I'm going to my next destination. I shall catch up with you guys later. Hi, so I just managed to park the scooter here just on the side of the street. Sunset time is coming. Unfortunately, I can't take my scooter into Oyo, or however you pronounce it. There's a policeman stood there waving people on. You can see up here. If this is what it's like now, it seems, to me it seems busy, but there's a fair few people around. I wonder what it's like in the height of normal summer. Policeman I was telling you about. I could have parked here, damn it. Moving up here. Beautiful, isn't it? Let me just go and find somewhere to watch the sunset and I'll continue the video there. Oh well, this appears to be a main thoroughfare or something. There's a fair few people here. Not as deserted as I thought it would be. But then again, maybe it's worse as normal. Oh wow. Is this a small street? Oh no. Those people are coming back. I feel like I'm following the crowd here. And when we get there, there's going to be a load of people there. And there's plenty of people coming in the opposite direction. Oh, big crowd. Oh wow, okay. Well, I guess my Santorini dream of having an island to myself is kind of been destroyed. Look, there's plenty of people here. Well, actually, maybe it's just because I'm up here. Maybe if you go further down, it's less people. The worst view there. It's Instagram that's caused all of these problems. People wouldn't be stood there taking so many pictures in the good old days. Does anybody remember that? When people used to have those films that go into cameras, and then I think you'd have 27 or something exposures. So you didn't really know if the picture was good until it was developed, which was usually after the holiday. And then you wouldn't actually go and brag about them. You'd have to post somebody a copy or something. I do have that actually. Some letters from my uncle where he had posted us photos of when he was on holiday by airmail. Those were different days, weren't they? You can see there's still a big group of people around there. Oh, I didn't even see that up behind me as well. But maybe this is quiet. I don't know. Kitty.
I'm gonna give you 1 second. So I'm gonna give you 2 seconds to get on. 1.
I think people all just stood here waiting for the photo opportunity. Maybe it's a worse view down here, that's why it's less busy. But they put nails or screws there to stop people standing on there. And on along here as well. I can see people doing stupid stuff. Or even falling down.
Put the GPS, so. You found the restaurant?
I don't know what you're looking for. I'm looking for a place where we can see.
One thing that is definitely worth mentioning is that it appears that Europeans have Europe to themselves at this moment in time. I was reading an article on CNN earlier today about how the Romans really noticed the lack of Americans, specifically tourists. Allegedly, is it 3 or 4 million Americans visit visit Italy every year and spend lots and lots of money. And apparently Rome's a ghost town because there's no American tourists, and they spend big apparently as well. I guess Chinese are missing too, but the Americans have been going for a very, very long time. And I guess the Chinese is more of a recent last 10 years phenomenon. Maybe 15 actually. Let's keep looking and see what we find. The sunset is in about 40 minutes. Are there still people here? It is a nice view. Oh, this is the windmill. I googled this place actually. This was where I set my nav to. Private area, don't jump in the garden. That's not the word. I mean, I don't know what that is, but it doesn't seem to be doing much. An enterprising person would turn this into some sort of €1 entrance. €1 is an entry fee, and you can come in and take pictures if you wish. This is vindictive right here. They've built this wall and there's no wall over there. Trump style. I'd probably be even better going down there actually. Just go there and park your scooter. But I guess you don't get the view of all the little buildings. I'd like to hear from anyone that's been here normally what it's like. Please do post in the comments below about how busy it is, if it's busy at all. It is the 27th of July, so yeah, just please let me know. So here we are, we're about 10-15 minutes away from the sunset. There's still plenty of people all over the shop, although it doesn't seem terrible, if I'm brutally honest. The sun is setting over there. It's a nice view, but not unique. I can see why people come here. Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but that was people clapping when the sun was set. It's not something I've ever seen or heard before. I have heard of people clapping when a plane lands. Never a sunset though. Oh well, there's a first for everything, right? So now I don't know if I want to walk around here during the dusk, or I should maybe go during the day. It does seem like it would be nice at night as well as during the day. Yeah, I think I may have a stroll around. Let's go and have a look. It must be the case that cruise ship passengers come here at sunset, then go onto the ship for dinner, maybe. That's a possibility. Seems like social distancing isn't a thing in Greece, or in Greece amongst tourists. I saw people going to shops without masks as well. It's still pretty crowded, but there is another way of thinking that this is an unusually large amount of people on the island coming here for this particular event. I wonder if these two know each other. This is the point where I've forgotten where I parked and where I came from. It is down here actually. Yeah, in fact, why not just walk around a little bit more? Have a look at what else there is. It seems to be just a street full of just tacky souvenir shops. So like souvenirs. That's a bar, I guess. You could say these are souvenirs. More souvenirs. Ooh, clock tower. This is one minor problem with coming to countries where they don't write in, is it Roman characters, English characters? You can't read anything. I went to the supermarket, I was looking at food products, I didn't know what anything was. There was no English whatsoever written anywhere. So in the end, I had to whip out the phone with Google Translate. Masterpieces of Greek jewellery. Rolex is very Greek, isn't it? I wonder how many pieces a guy like that must sell in a week, day, week, year. It can't be that much, surely. As nice as this place is, it is literally just a cramped street with tacky tourist souvenir shops. Not even anything interesting to go and have a look. That's interesting. Oh, this is a nice view. Let's take a quick photograph. Hard to get it without these air conditioning units in the way. I guess it's probably better to go and stand where they're standing. That was better. Let's go back up.
Voilà le magasin que vous allez à...
More jewelry.
Il s'appelait Bien Forum.
Sometimes I wish I was this age in the 70s, where tourism wasn't such a big thing, you know. When only the truly adventurous would go backpacking or go traveling around different countries for an extended period of time, or even a short period of time. I don't think so many people would go on a short weekend break in those days to Greece or Paris or whatever, because it was kind of expensive to fly, and the other option would be by land, which takes a long time. I don't think there's anything down here. Yeah, in those days people would leave home. They would leave home with just a backpack and God's blessings. They wouldn't be able to have a phone on them. No, they'll buy a copy of The Lonely Planet, take it and go, and use paper maps, ask people where to go, that kind of thing. You might phone home once in a while to tell people that you're still alive, and then you'd come home and tell people your stories. Interrailing was a bigger thing. It still is a bit of a thing, but it would have been a bigger thing back then. I guess these days people have the option to fly or take a train or drive in some cases. Cars are a lot cheaper now and more reliable than they used to be, as my Toyota Avensis has very well demonstrated. There's a lot of people here. They're crowding around for photo opportunities. Yes. Oh, it's some kind of square. Is that a church? I'll tell you what I learned the other day. That Athens does not have a mosque. I think something along the lines of, to have a religious building you need a license, and the Greek government didn't hand them out to mosques, so there was all these illegal underground mosques kind of thing. But that surprised me. I was not expecting that. Well, I hear there are a few mosques that are ruins now in Athens, which is a shame. Okay, I think I'm gonna head back to the scooter. I'm used to saying back to the car, back to the scooter. Maybe I'll go home and not home, back to the apartment and chill out for a bit, as I'm quite tired after that flight, that 5 a.m. bender this morning. I'll catch up with you guys later. Have a good day.